Hello, my name is Juan Velasquez, Solutions Engineer here at Globalli. In this demo, I'm going to walk you through the difference between hiring a contractor as an individual or as a business entity, and we're going to compare the three contract types available in the platform: fixed rate, pay-as-you-go, and milestones. We're going to break the demo into two sections. First, we're going to go through the flow of adding an individual contractor, and we're going to compare the fixed rate and pay-as-you-go payment models. Then we're going to repeat the flow, but now for the business entity, where I'm going to show you how the milestones payment models work and how the information we capture differs from the individual contractors. Okay, so here we are in the platform, and to add a new contractor, we just click here in Add New Hire. We select the Add New Contractor, we start, we select New Contractor, and then we're going to choose an individual. Then in the first screen, we're going to define the contract type. So the first thing that we're going to do is select fixed rate. Then we're going to choose the hire entity, which is going to be the main entity. And below that, we're going to define the project name. That is going to be Project X. Then we're going to define the effective dates that we're going to select. That is going to start today, 2nd of December, and is going to run till January 31st. Perfect. And then we use the drag and drop to upload the scope of work document, and then we continue. Now we're going to capture the contractor information. Here's going to enter first the first name. It's going to be Ethan. The last name is going to be Walker. Then we're going to select the USA. We paste the email, then the phone number, and now we're going to define the role details. So the department is going to be research and development. The role is going to be test engineer. Seniority is going to be contractor, and the manager that is going to oversee this engagement is going to be Jonas Schneider. Perfect, here we have it. Now we continue, and now we're going to define the payment terms for the fixed rate. So here the billing terms are automatically fixed, and we're going to only select the currency as the USD, and we're going to set the bill rate as $4,000. Then we're going to complete the invoicing details. We're going to select the invoicing cycle to be monthly. Then the cycle is going to end on the 25th of the month. And then we're going to define the payment terms. We're going to keep it as 15 days. There we can toggle on if we want to pay the contractor before the weekend, if the end of the cycle date falls on a Saturday or on a Sunday. Then we're going to copy a short description of the services. Let me just copy, paste, perfect. And then we can turn on to add a purchase order number. So we add the number and you can drag and drop the document, but in this case, we're going to turn it off. Now we continue, and the next screen moves us to the document section. However, here the flow is going to take us to upload additional documents, upload the contract, set up the e-signature for the contract, and define the contractor licenses. However, this entire process is covered in a different video. Now we're just going to go back to switch to the pay-as-you-go type. So let me just go back to the first screen. Okay. And here we're going to switch from fixed rate to pay-as-you-go. Now we continue. All the information that we have captured for the contractor is already there. And now we go to the payment terms. So here, as you can see, now the billing terms is become available. So we can select if it's going to be hourly or daily. We're going to select hourly. And we're going to set the bill rate as $40 per hour. And then we're going to define the total contract value of $14,000. Then the key difference that I want to highlight between the fixed rate and pay-as-you-go is that the pay-as-you-go supports the time-based billing. Now, let's start the flow to hire a contractor as a business entity and check out the milestone payments model. Okay, so now we're going to hire the contractor as a business entity. So we go again and do the same flow. So we click here in Add New Hire, click New Contractor, we select Contractor, and now we choose Business Entity. Now we are here to define the contract. Now we're going to select now the milestone payment model. Then we're going to define the hired entity again as the main entity. We're going to define the project name as Project X. We're going to set the effective dates, the same ones that we did before. So 2nd of December on go to the end of January. And we're going to drag and drop the document over here of the scope of work. Now we continue, and here now we're going to set up the business entity details. So we're going to set up the country as the US. Then we're going to define the business email, just copy, and we're going to define the industry as these technology services. Perfect. Now we're going to define the point of contact. We're going to use the same details as we did for the individual contractor. So the first name is going to be Ethan, last name is going to be Walker. Perfect. And now we're going to click here to use the same business email for the point of contact. And we're going to click that he's not going to act as a manager within the organization. Perfect. Now this is going to highlights the difference between hiring a contractor as an individual or as a business entity. Now we continue and we arrive to the payment screens for the milestone model. So here we're going to select the currency, we're going to leave it as the USD, and we're going to start adding milestones. So each milestone we need to add the name, the payout, and a short description. So we're going to just add here project kickoff. Perfect. We're going to add $2,000. I'm just going to copy paste this short description. Perfect. Then we're going to add another 2 milestones. So first deliverable, we're going to leave it as $4,000 and we copy paste this description. And the final delivery milestone is going to be $3,000 and this short description. Perfect. Now we're going to complete the invoicing section similar as we did with the other payment types. So we're going to leave the invoicing cycle as monthly. We're going to select the end cycle end date as the 25th. The net terms, we're going to leave it as 15 days. Let me just copy paste the description of the services and we're going to toggle off the PO number option. And that completes with the comparison. With Globalli, you have the flexibility to hire contractors either as an individual or as a business entity, and you can choose the payment model that best fits your engagement, where it's going to be fixed rate, pay as you go, or the milestone-based structure.